Destiny Rise of Iron and get the Iron Gjallarhorn.
As of now, actually, I think what we're doing with it is Barry's the only one that knows what's different and that things are different. And initially, he doesn't. Well, in Flashpoint, no one else knows that anything's happened. And then moving forward from that, Flashpoint will have repercussions on everything throughout the rest of the season. But that doesn't necessarily mean we're in Flashpoint for the whole season. It just comes easy to me for some reason, the Barry aspects of the character. But Flash, it's written pretty basic and heroic. A lot of the dialogue, it's just kind of you have to stop and kind of general heroic things. And so it's kind of exploring that and how to finesse it on my own and make it kind of that fun, cocky Flash that I think everybody kind of wants to see, and it's what I want out of the character. So even when they don't really write it, this year especially, I'm really leaning into just kind of how can I make him have fun as the Flash? Because even for me, it's if I'm really going through something in my real life and I'm kind of down in the dumps or whatever, at work, you wouldn't know because I love what I do, and I'm that's when I'm kind of boisterous and always happy and smiling and have a good time. And in the same sense, I want to explore this year. If Barry is just utterly depressed, I still when he's in the suit want to see him have a really good time and kind of escape all of that.
Here's one of the, if our show has any strengths, here's one of the strengths of the show. The fact that your first question is Flashpoint. The fact that, this is going to be, it looks like at this point, it's going to be a long-running television show. And if this show has strengths, I would argue that one of the strengths is the fact that, bang, we're doing Flashpoint. There's decades of mythology and we're not afraid to mine it, get it out there. And listen, all these sallies forth won't all be successful, but the fact that this is a show that isn't content to sit on its laurels, rest on its laurels, and move forward, I think that's one of the great things. The fact that that's a testament to your question is that, yeah, we're going to do Flashpoint. And then you know what? We're going to do different things, and that's a way a show can torpedo itself and fall into the dreaded jumping the shark mode. But what I like about our show is there's a certain fearlessness to that. It's we've got, like I say, decades of mythology, and we're gonna get that stuff out there.
I think the time between the finale of a previous season and the premiere of the new one, I think that's the time when the most rumors tend to circulate, and people start to talk the most. So I sort of knew a little bit about what they were planning and what they were planning to pitch. So I was sort of expecting the surprises that they have in store for the premiere, but actually reading it and actually witnessing the stuff that they had planned, it was so cool. It just let's put it this way, I'm really lucky to have this job. But this part of the show's arc is important for Cisco specifically because this is where everything's changing. I think it's at this point that Cisco's starting to realize maybe I am a hero after all. And I think it's with the acceptance of those powers and that responsibility that Cisco starts to bloom into, well, you'll see.
I think he's still a little stubborn at heart, and he, on one hand, is more mature, on another hand, is a little less mature. I think he's very excited about having powers, and he loves his job, and that may get the best of him at times, and it may work to his benefit. So, it's just finding out. But it's fun to play him like this. Yeah, a little cocky.
It ended up being a really interesting dynamic between Iris and Cisco, and so I think it'd be cool to see more of that and see more of Iris's humor. I think it's possible, but I don't know anything. I will say, whether I'm allowed to or not, but Iris is very much kind of involved in that dynamic. She knows Kid Flash and helps and works with him, so it's an interesting dynamic from season 1 where she was so much in the dark. It'll be cool to see her kind of be a part of that. But my hope and what I could be most excited about is the reporter arc, and also the Barry and Iris thing. I think we're finally going to see them try and have a relationship and make it work. And hopefully it's a healthy, normal, happy thing. I think those two things.
Because of this new world where Barry's not familiar with all these relationships because the timeline's changed. Everyone knows me. I'm part of the world. only he is not familiar with. So he's not quite sure why we aren't as friendly as maybe we should be. But they have a slightly clashing heads approach to work, mostly because my character seems to be keen to reveal the information before Barry does. So I think for Barry, it's like seeing someone who's as sharp, if not sharper, than him.